so we want to cooperate. And Biodome, the Biodome project, is a
Biodome is the name of the project?
yes, it's called Project Biodome.
Biodome.
Bio, like biosphere.
Bio.
Biosphere.
Biodome. Biodome. You know, if you pronounce it Portuguese, but in English it's the biodome or biosphere.
Oh yeah.
It's about the environment.
Mm-hmm.
A vida, né? Bio, vida.
Yes,
Life.
life. It's all life, and it also, this project Biodome focuses on death. The subject that a lot of people don't want to talk about is about dying. But when you come here, there's a surrender that we all make. Like, look at, you're just barefoot. You come here, you surrender yourself, you immerse yourself in the nature. It's not about me. You know, I can come and I can talk and I can exchange intelligence and I can help you understand where you are and give you the facts.
Yeah.
I can give you the facts. You can get those facts yourself.
True.
The nice part about Biodome is that this is an open, shared platform. It uses artificial intelligence programming, and so it uses blockchain science, and it has cryptocurrency as a financial mechanism. It's all integrated, and so it's a complete system, and it's a computer-based system with hardware, very little hardware. Basically takes a drone and flies above the island 5,000 feet. We had difficulty with this project with the drone, and I'll tell you why. Because the drones are, the biggest problem is the battery.
Yes, true.
It's very limited life,
Yeah.
like maybe 2 hours or
Maximum,
four
yeah.
hours or
Yeah,
something
there's a
like that,
problem.
right?
Yeah.
But we've discovered new technology from the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT, just came out and announced that we found time crystals.
Wow.
Have you ever heard of time
No,
crystals?
ever.
The Biodome project, it integrates technology at the highest level of incubation. So this project is connected with all the universities and all the labs in the world.
Wow.
Using the cloud technologies,
Yeah.
using satellites right now. The Biodome system is an operating system. It's very expensive to call for the data.
Yeah.
But we're trying to make the Biodome a local system, not an intranet, in a local area network system, in a decentralized autonomous organization where I'm not the owner of Biodome.
Yeah.
There is
It's a big group. No owner, like
There is
it's
no
open
owner.
source.
It's the whole world. If you want to become involved with the project, it's very simple to go through the portal, the information portal.
Okay.
And we're working with Thrive, which is an organization. I don't know if you've heard of Thrive.
Thrive.
The movie Thrive.
Not yet.
Thrive 1 and Thrive 2.
Not
It
yet.
talks about, what do we need to do to thrive? And then the second documentary film says, this is what we need to do. And they describe a whole list of things. The Biodome project takes all of that together.
Oh, really?
And so it integrates.
So how many people have at now? Like 2,000 people is involved in that project?
No, right now our goal is to link up with like Virginia and link up with the other small nonprofits, people that are working here. This is a very localized system. It's not about the island. The Biodome system can operate anywhere.
Anywhere in the world.
It's a computer system about the size of this table, and it uses a drone and it flies the drone. But we're using time crystal batteries. Time crystals is a lifetime battery. It automatically regenerates energy.
Oh, really?
Automatically regenerates.
So never stop.
It's non-stop. It's where we're finding levitation. This just happened at MIT. Just this last 3 months, maybe 6 months, the most. Time crystals in Google. Google is very powerful.
Yeah.
And it's a wonderful organization. We need to decentralize that intelligence. Biodome does that. Biodome is a system that can be replicated. Because all it is a computer program. And the computer program using the blockchain science is decentralized and it's not able to be hacked. They have not been able to hack the system for open shared network because there is no owner.
Yeah, yeah.
And everything is transparent. And the biodome system is really focused on the people of Costa Sul. People like surfers and athletes, performers. We do the swimming races. We can have more competition. We can teach people. The biodome is like a visitor center. People can come here to this island or anywhere in Costa Sul. It's going to be a network, and it's going to be all computerized. So if you need something, like you were running out of the dish soap, you can call the drone. We're working with a drone system. You can call the drone and go right over to Praia Preta primarily, or GPE, and you can pick up and we can use drones for transport of people and also products.
Everything.
People as well for 2 people right now that we have a drone, a high elevation drone. I'm trying to work with engineers at MIT and other incubators to create a drone that flies over the water. It's not a high elevation drone. It doesn't use a lot of power. It works on in the thermal force of the ocean, in the moon, the energy force that we can measure now. With time crystals, one of the things, aside from generating unlimited green energy, is that it has an unlimited memory. And it has bandwidth that gives you direct contact with artificial intelligence.
It's already happening? Has one or just in test?
No, it's hard to tell because this is really the information that I'm sharing right now with Virginia, yourself, and we're documenting is transparent.
Yeah.
I'll talk about technology and I'll talk about private secrets that other people won't talk about because they don't want to give away that
Musk.
The edge, like time crystals.
What's the name of the guy? Elon Musk?
Alan Musk.
Elon Musk. But that guy want that battery from crystal battery because the cars.
They know that.
Because it's very expensive when you change your battery of the car is old, almost the same price of you buy in the first time. If you have to exchange your battery,
right?
The guys prefer to buy another car because it's too expensive, the battery.
That's correct. The battery is the battery, even our batteries.
Yeah.
The biodome system is elevated platform that sprays out an electromagnetic net like surfing, like a matrix, and it documents everything into precision that no one else is using this precision in the world. It's designed. I'm working with a Brazilian guy that designed a GPS coordinate precision aerial mapping. Within 1 centimeter for 400 kilometers.
Oh my God.
So the distance for you to do GPS, most people don't understand how we communicate using satellites. The biodome, like I said, is a localized system. So it works with the radio frequencies in the speed of real time speed. Because people don't realize the information right now when you're using a location like GPS, the information sent to a buoy first, rapidly. It goes very fast, but there's a buoy. It's called Null Island, and it's off the coast of Africa. People don't understand that the transmission's going to Null Island. It's the busiest island in the world, but it's not an island. It's a beacon. It's a big floating beacon that moves in the water.
Oh.
GPS doesn't like movement. It's very difficult. When I do this motion that I'm doing, or surfing, or a wave, right? That's a very, very powerful, and it's very, very unique. You're on the edge of the mixture of 2 things. You're right in the edge, the unifying field. That's what the biodome utilizes of physica quantica. Quantum physics in the 5th dimension. The time crystals have a rapid 12,000 times faster than the existing internet now. 12,000 times.
Yeah.
But real time, to get to real time.
So the guy's gonna call that 6G, 8G.
No, it's quantum.
Quantum. It's quantum.
Time crystal.
Time crystal quantum.
You're bridging the fifth dimension. But we as physical entities, we know that we mathematically we can travel in all of those 5 dimensions. But 3 dimension is the one that we're most familiar with and comfortable with, that gives us the feeling. It's very special to be in 3 dimension. But the biodome can take you to the 5th dimension. But before it takes you to the 5th dimension, it brings you to the 0 dimension. Because we know mathematically there must be a 0. We have no idea that there's 5 dimensions, or there's 1,000 dimensions, or there's an unlimited amount of dimensions. We don't know that scientifically and mathematically. So what we do here is we try to educate people and to immerse them in nature, so they can remove all of those boundaries, the walls. We don't have like locks. Very few locks. Only thing like this refrigerator has a little bit of a lock to try to protect some of our stuff. But we don't have bars on the walls. You know, very easy access here. We're open to the public. It's very fluid place to relax. And we teach people when you learn the energy that is all around us, quantum field. The field is you are a powerhouse. Everyone is a powerhouse, and connected together with our heart. We can amplify that energy, and it's beautiful. It's about creation.
I think it's good to bring some friends. You guys are DJ, but they play songs like quantical songs, just the vibration, everything. Songs match really good with the physical.
Right. This island is an example of where the biodome will be located. We've selected 30 islands.
30 islands in the world?
No, along the coast of Brazil. This is a Brazilian project.
Okay.
I want you to understand the science and technology that we're working with is with the space and aerospace industry and the Ministry of Science and Technology, working with the U.S. government. In trying to come up with an alignment with the buoy that I mentioned, Null Island, and the importance of GPS in the process of communication. That buoy is a buoy owned by the United States, Brazil, and France. So there's three countries manage that information. At any time, if they shut that buoy down, all that signal is gone. So biodome is a solution. It's an open. The government can share in the intelligence. Everyone can access the information. It's available, just like what I'm talking to you right now. We do workshops and things like that here, and we work with nonprofits and try to help each other integrate. Whether there's legal issues, like right now, we're facing some legal stuff.
Yeah.
So is Brazil. Everywhere in the world. If you don't have a good legal staff,
doesn't work.
You're lost. And if you're poor like we are, the advantage that we have is that we don't have, we're just normal people.
Yeah.
I'm not Donald Trump. I'm not Elon Musk.
Yeah.
But I'm connected to all of that because quantumly we know, and this is what the Biodome Project proves, that we are one. Because we take people to 0, and when you come to 0, you can see everything around you so clear. Everything is clear. It cleanses. It's the process of cleansing, and it happens very rapidly. We can use technology now, biofeedback and neurofeedback systems, and we can use the biodome to specifically allocate like a massage,
like
an energy balance. Within 1 centimeter is our precision. So we can precisely go right to the cellular, almost to the cellular level. If you're experiencing like any type of health issue, or just your balance, you're not standing upright, you don't feel light, the 5th dimension is light. It's beyond space and time. You're becoming consciousness. And with that, like me, I don't do anything. I drink water, but it's a good mineral water, and it's so important. This island here is a special place on the earth. I used to do as a job time banking and also land banking. and used to fly over locations before the drones and take aerial photographs and get intelligence and investigate. And like I said,
30 islands. How many islands?
we had over 100 islands that were selected, and I had to visit nearly all of them.
Really?
And most of the islands were in the Caribbean.
So has another guys like you living in that island or not yet?
Which island?
I don't know. You told
No, this would be the first.
that's the first one.
This is the first biodome.
Oh, really?
What's interesting about this island is that the name of the island is Ilha das Couves. But that's difficult because there's another Ilha das Couves in
Ubatuba, yeah, he said that. Ilha das Couves,
And
Ubatuba.
so with the internet and with social media, everyone gets confused.
Yeah, really
And
confused.
they are more relevant than we are. They have more traffic. They have 1,000 people that go to their island each day. 1,000. We have about 50 people somewhere around there, and we try to limit at nighttime to small groups of 20 to 30 people.
Mm-hmm.
But the difficulty of Ilha das Couves, when I first came here, because I'm a businessman.
Yeah.
I have an MBA. I talk about spirituality because without spirituality, there's nothing.
Nothing, yeah, sure.
If you don't really believe that we're connected, if you believe that we're separate and that we're trying to survive because we want to be the strongest, we want to evolve, and everyone else
Every day's fighting,
stepping on everyone, and just instead of coming together in the age of Aquarius. Right now, we're in the age of Aquarius. People don't realize that. Do you know that we're in the age of Aquarius?
Yeah, I know.
We just went.
But it started 1 year ago, no?
Yeah, but
It's
1
done
year.
at
It's
first.
supposed to last for 2,000 years.
Yeah.
So we are in the age of cooperation. This is all about, the message is not my message. I'm not the messenger. I'm not a messiah or anything like that. I'm an intelligent person, and I'm a survivor. You know, I live on this island alone. The most experience about this place, it's no different than anywhere else, in my opinion. The beauty and the characteristics here are captivating, but so are so many places where you go, and it's amazing. The natural resources. We are a portal. This island here is a portal that can be preserved forever. And that portal is a place where, in mythology, for example, most people, I don't know, have you ever heard of the myth of High Brazil?
No.
The myth of High Brazil, if you like mythological and mystical and like kind of crazy discussions, the myth of High Brazil is about an island that is off of the coast of Ireland. It's an Irish myth. But the island is surrounded by fog. In only one time in 7 years does the fog go down where you can visualize what the island is like. The island is paradise. Everything grows there. Everything grows there. It's auto-sustainable.
So you plan to bring like some people to stay here on 1 weekend and talk about that and learn about the biodome, because then you can bring the people to go together with that philosophy and that project, no?
Right. We have to be very careful about using words like philosophy and stuff
it's not
like
philosophy,
that, or religion. It's an integrated program, so it includes everything. It includes not only the things that are possible, but it includes the impossible. It includes everything. Consciousness and at zero, when you come to zero and when you let go of everything, and your energy is flowing, just so you feel tingles. Your hair rises up on the back of your neck.
Yeah.
You get some sensation in the brain, some signal that you're coming to zero. When you come to zero, that's where consciousness is. That's where art is.
Yeah.
And that's where creativity is. So the quicker we can come to zero, and we all go there together, because mathematically we know that zero is nothing. And it's nowhere. And so we train people to very quickly, like what we're just having this discussion.
Yeah.
Within a short, like YouTube video, this would be a very kind of interesting video.
Yeah, for sure.
About the future.
Yeah.
And about the past. Because it's all one. It's all quantum. We have the ability to work together and to cooperate and not to hold an advantage. I want some advantage over you, and to ask questions to try to find your weakest point so that I can come and attack you. Like people don't realize the Kaisara, for example. I'm called Kaisara Gringo. My character is David the Indian.
The Indian.
I have a 9-minute audio tape that describes, in English, unfortunately, we're trying to get it translated, but this could be really good for the use of the making a small documentary. It's 9 minutes. Yeah. And it has the plot, it has the location.
I already has that.
It already has the characters, makes reference to David the Indian, but...
I think you sent me that, no? Yeah. The video is right now at the YouTube.
Is that one you sent me?
No, David is an audio tape.
It's a tape. But
it's a mythological story. This gets back to the myth of High Brazil. I'm taking 2 myths. This project is called High Brazil Project. One portion of the project. Biodome is the big mothership. That's where all the intelligence is.
Well, how long that project has? How many years? Like
25 years.
25 years.
25 years we've been working on this, and scientists have been doing clinical studies, because in the quantum field, I was just mentioning MIT, the time crystals coming out with that technology now. It doesn't eliminate everybody else, but it creates such an open space now. Because time crystals allow for anything possible, or even what we think is impossible. And we can connect.
But that crystal is not a work yet.
It is working.
But in few places, not much.
They can synthetically recreate it. So if they can synthetically make the crystal, they know how to use it. The problem is the application. How do you integrate technology into a whole
economy as well, because you can break down the other things when you do something like that.
Exactly, but these are all considerations that the biodome takes into consideration when it's gathering all of its intelligence.
You have to be slow, because all the economy is dependent of the other one, like the petrol. If you stop to do a petrol, you can break down a lot of companies. You're gonna quit a lot of jobs, so the people doesn't.
That's all a fear. We all have a fear about our lives, about our families.
Yeah, have to exchange, like have a time to exchange.
Sometimes when I'm talking, I don't mean to interrupt you, but sometimes I'm talking, especially in the United States, and I get people that come up to me and say, "Communist, communist, or socialist." Of course I'm a communist. Of course I'm a socialist. Of course I'm democratic. I'm integrated. It includes everything. But I'm the best of that. I try to bring the best. I do research. I share the information with the top level scientists in the world. 25 years of history I mentioned. 5,000 meetings I've had. I originally came here to Brazil with the U.S. Department of Commerce in a gold key mission, a specific mission, where I had delegates and I had translators, and I would go into meetings with Brazilian companies, development companies, with the hotels industry in São Paulo and construction, with the whole family, 35 people at the board of directors meeting. And I would come in and I not speaking Portuguese. I didn't know anything. I'm an economic hitman. And you know what an economic hitman is?
Hitman, no.
Do you?
Economic hitman?
An economic hitman was someone that was trained by their government to go around the world and create those partnerships. But I'm not a politician. I'm not like an ambassador. But I do the work on the level of that communication. My life, my personal life, and my personal story, like I said, it's 25 years of dedicating my university, my master's degree in professional project management, and looking at methodologies and doing vision workshops and engaging in the community, creating a nonprofit called Association Ilha Couves Eco Park. doing what the system says that we're supposed to do. To be honest citizens.
Is it possible we appoint one interview? Because I've got one friend of me. She's living in USA, and she has a podcast, no profits. And if you give the opportunity to talk with her, I don't know if the internet's working here because you have to like talking with by the Zoom or WhatsApp or Google Meeting.
We have 4G,
4G
connection.
Yeah.
We use a Vivo.
So I'm gonna talk to her because she can send this for all of the world. Right. So she can introduce has an interview with you and talk about that. It's really good.
Right.
You can help other people that are interested to come here, learn about that, and open their mind to share. I really trust in that things. The people has to share that the everything like your when you know something. How to say conhecimento? Know-how. Yeah.
The lessons that you learned.
You learn.
Your experience.
You share, your
you
experience.
Share that because not everyone needs to do what I did. Have 5,000 meetings, speak
No,
at
yeah.
5 conferences. I did all of that work.
Can get like a shortcuts. No, yeah.
It is a shortcut.
Yeah.
It's a lifeline.
Yeah.
I can throw you a lifeline. We can connect heart to heart, not mind.
Yeah.
If we connect heart to heart, everything happens. We realize that we're only one of this.
We are all connected.
This creation. When we come to zero dimensions, we're at 3 dimensions. We go to 2 dimensions. We go to 1 dimension. We go to 0, and we're just immersed in creativity. It's a wonderful thing.
Yeah.
Do you meditate?
Yeah.
Do you meditate?
Yeah, sometimes. No
This
always.
is a form of meditation.
Yeah.
Normally we try to stand on the grass.
Lay down the grass.
You can lay down naked better.
Much
not
better.
to have any clothing on at all.
Yeah.
Whether you're alone or together. We used to do nudist retreat here. We did it twice.
Oh, really?
It was very, very interesting. But I had a different interpretation of what that movement was about because they weren't very environmental. I thought that was kind of like like hug a tree type of group, but anyways, we've learned a lot and we want to share that. I'm not sure, what do you do? Are you a film producer?
Yeah, kind of that as well. We have some small documentaries. We record the girls about the surfing, talk about all the groups,
Right.
girls groups, and all the Brazilian coast. And the question is when the girls start, why you start to make a group, and some girls want to work with that. Some girls want to just get together, the girls to surf together. The other ones, it's just a lifestyle. So we want them to know what's give the how to say in English como motivou, how the girls get motivation about that to get together with another girls and they have different histories each one. So we want to know like more than 20 groups of surfers in Brazil and the last time that I saw 64 groups of surfing girls. Now I think it has more than 100.
It's anything to do with women, girls, children, families. I'm a real activist. I really believe in empowering everybody specifically, but the women are the ones that are going to answer our problem, because what I was just talking about in the 5th dimension, if we connect our hearts, you live in the 5th dimension.
Yeah.
You can travel, you're light, you float, you're joyful, you're delightful to be around. It's a vibrational energy.
Yeah.
And we all have that.
It's a quantum vibration, huh?
It's a quantum vibration, but we found scientifically that we each individually have a signal device at the pineal gland.
Yeah.
It's an antenna. Yeah. And it has crystals. And this is where time crystals come in. Because we believe that we can vibrate to your specific DNA and RNA tone to activate that pineal gland. When that happens, the energy you illuminate. It's called enlightenment. When they say, are you enlightened? What happens is your spinal column rises, and the energy.
You can
and
feel it.
all around you. You're just bathed. It's a very delicate light.
Yeah.
It's what we're dealing with is gross light. You know, the idea of using light to heal people. This is what the biodome does. Also, the biodome can send a biophotonic pulse, and it can correct all of the light in fractions or non-coherence. It's called. Anywhere where the light in your body, if you have a disease or something,
For sure.
the light is not flowing.
Not flowing.
Not flowing.
But not cleaning you, like not gonna fix you. Like you can fix first, then after you can use the biodome or no?
No, what happens is the biodome system monitors you, and you on the cell phone. Have you noticed Smart Doctor?
Yeah.
On the Smart Doctor.
Yeah.
You know what the Smart Doctor is?
They can see all your blood, everything's happening, all your health.
Do you use it?
No, use
You don't use it. Nobody uses it.
Yeah, nobody.
It sounds intelligent, right? Smart Doctor.
Yeah.
Use your handheld to balance your whole body.
Yeah.
And that's what we're devised with the biodome system. It's a handheld device that's like a BlackBerry walkie-talkie. It uses local communication system. It's not reliant on the satellites. It has one connection that goes to the satellite, but everyone else can access that in a cooperative. And that's in
But
solidarity.
you have another guys, like a big group. How many of you talk with that bio?
Right now, out of the 5,000 people,
5,000 people.
around 5,000 people have been.
All connection talk like every week.
No. This is where the movie we need to start to focus on social media.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
doing all of this work myself.
By yourself?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. It's been a real journey.
Yeah,
And I
it's
was
hard.
exhausted. Right now, I'm more energetic because I'm actually living what I'm talking about.
For sure. Yeah.
The fact is, anyone even watching this is going to find this to be hard to believe. But we are all perfect. God created us each perfectly.
Yeah.
And you have your identity. You have your whatever you want, your personality. You're unique. But we're connected. We were designed perfectly and healthy, perfectly healthy. The problem when we have problems like aches and pains and
You got one, huh?
disease, if you have a problem, it's an energetic imbalance. What's happening is the energy is not flowing there. Normally, you can do like acupuncture or something like that, and use Chinese medicine or use some other method. But you don't really need to. Right now, we know it's just the power of your mind. If you feel any uncomfortable feeling in your body, that is not perfect. How do you define being perfectly healthy? In my opinion, is when you have no aches and pains. When you have nothing that's distracting you. That your energy is balanced. This is where the surfing and working with the girls come in about empowerment. If we all can be trained to come to zero.
Yeah.
We all
That's
meet
the
at
truth.
zero, and everyone goes on their way, and they can come back. They're on a lifeline. They always have a lifeline. You can never cut the umbilical cord from creation.
Yeah.
What they say is when we actually die, that the umbilical cord comes back out, and we give birth to God. We give birth to God. That's when we can transcend our spiritual karma. Because the issue with the death, like I talked about, the biodome talks about life science, but it also talks about the science of death. It's called thanatology. Most people don't know the word thanatology, but the University of São Paulo has a certificate that they teaches you all about death.
But how did you get here? How did you get? How
That's
you
very-
could get in here, live in here? You have to get like some permission of the government. How?
All of the above. This is amazing that I'm here in talking to you. I'm really very happy and pleased that somebody has the strength to carry some of this, because it really comes down to journalism, into reporting, into investigating, into allowing people to express themselves. Some people that may watch this in the future might think, wow, that guy's crazy. But that's where I'm at right now. There's only two things that people think I am. Number one, I'm a fool, or I'm crazy. Or number two, I am the next Einstein. Serious. Because we have the ability. I know we talk with Einstein. People don't pass away. We have a device called the soul phone. It's part of the biodome device. You have a phone number that is already being used. In the future, we communicate telepathically. We don't have to use a physical device for anything. Anything. We manufacture everything in space and time. So we can pull stuff, just like Star Trek. We can pull stuff up. We can make a meal. We can. That is where we're at with Stephen Hawkins and in the study of black holes and white holes. And I follow a lot of this technology stuff, like Elon Musk. But I don't do it because I want to have an empire and I want to be like this. You want to share.
You want to share. No, it's the difference. No one competing.
Everybody. Oh my God! You have so much that you're doing that's so wonderful. In coming here and having the adversity. She was harassed a little bit. She was trying to announce that we were doing this Salty Sisters like weekend retreat, like a luau type of thing. So she felt pressure, which we were feeling pressure. In the pressure, reality is probably still around us. But we can absorb that. We can resonate together, connect with the heart, realize that we're not criminals. We're not criminals. You know, at some point in time, people are going to try to attack me.
Really?
Of course. What do you mean, really? I'm talking about.
But you are here doing nothing for them.
Consciousness and quantum physics. The world that we live in is physics. And like you said, the people that have the fear, Petrobras, we don't need that Petrobras anymore. I'm not saying any of that. I'm saying that how we do things in the future is going to integrate this new opportunity. With the biofeedback and using electromagnetic fields and using photonic light, light spectrums that we don't even perceive with our eyes as human beings. These are the things that can happen.
So before you get here, you have been in another like 30, 40 islands, and you decide to come. You choose that island.
Well, it's a little bit more complicated because I was actually kicked out of the United States.
Kicked out? Why? Because of that?
Because
all the
I
things
was
that
getting involved with greater and greater information, and I was not political. I was not one.
So you're not allowed to get in there now?
What?
You're not allowed to go back?
I can go freely, but at any moment I fear that actually if I go over I could be kidnapped. Yes, I fear my life.
So it's better stay here.
And I tried to correct things in 2006. This has been happening for 14 years. So more, 16 years now.
So how long have you been in Brazil?
I started coming in 1996.
Oh, 14 years.
25 years ago, 26 years ago is when, but 14 years is when I didn't live here.
I know, yeah. When you start to live here?
When I started permanently, it was 2010.
2010, so.
But 2013, 2015,
12 years.
Here,
No.
in this place.
In this island here?
This island.
12 years here?
Yes. Well, in Boisaconga also, when we first came here, the island was abandoned. And so I had an effort of 2 years, almost 3 years, of just sustaining the place. So it was safe and comfortable for people to come here. Our responsibility is that people can come here. And we're supposed to have it safe and comfortable, whatever that means. Now, we make that happen.
The battery is going to die here?
Yeah.
Just let something to say about, just to record because it's going to run out.
Well, I just want everyone, that listens to this video at some point, feel comfortable. Ilha das Couves, San Sebastian is on Facebook. My name is David Ferdinand, and people call me David the Indian, Kaisara Gringo. And I'm more than happy to share with everyone. Everyone that listens to this has an opportunity to be part of Biodome because we're going to replicate the system. It could come to we're going to focus on islands and coastal areas. So if you are an island or a coastal area, right now we're accepting applications for the future biodomes.
So this is really cutting edge,
So-
very interesting technology.
And everyone is welcome to stay here. Like sleep here, can come here. You have a camping here. Some work
Yes.
like you
We
got
have Airbnb right now, Ilha das Couves, San Sebastian. And, it's on Airbnb. If you look up camping for San Sebastian, we're the first listing. And so people are welcome to come here. Technically, we need to be very selective. We want to make sure that when people come here, their intention is about connection, and especially connection with
and then
nature.
the people can find like the shuttle to bring here, taking
We
back.
have a variety of boats that are going back and forth, and part of the biodome system is an applicativo that will link the boats so that you don't have to have a specific boat. You don't have to wait. If there's a boat that's coming by that has the room and headed where you're going, the communication system will give them the opportunity to come and pick you up. Yeah, and we're going to try to do some renovation projects here to try to expand the access for the water, and to try to do some mariculture, and to try to work with the local fisheries, and work with the Caissara. This is really a Caissara project. That's why people call me the Caissara Gringo, because I'm all about nature, all about this place. Costa Sul San Sebastian is absolutely, in my opinion, the #1 place on earth to experiment and to explore and to really connect with who you are as a complete whole person. And we teach all sorts of things here. Anything that you want to be taught. If you ask a question, just like on Google, we're going to answer that question for you. And so we're open to small businesses can do workshops here and do team building and motivational sales staff. I have a lot of experience with sales and business development, especially in innovation, but any topic, in any religion. And we do ayahuasca ceremonies here, shamanic ayahuasca, and other type of rituals. So,
And how many people can fit here?
We try to limit to around 20 to 30 people.
Maximum.
But yeah, that's the most comfortable with the infrastructure that we have. But it depends. Sometimes we could go up to 40 or 50. But
It's just one day, like
yeah,
they use.
it's
No,
just
no,
for
no.
like 4 hours. If
Tell
you're
a
gonna
little
have.
bit how works the system about the solar panels.
Well, yeah, I
The
mean,
water.
we're trying to be a auto-sustainable island. So water is the #1 resource that we have, and that comes from up on the hill here. So we have pressure, so that we can use the water not only for our own nutrition, but also to generate electricity using water turbines, and have an experimental lab so that we're not relying just on the solar. So aside from the water, the next thing is we have green energy. And so we have 5 solar plaques in a battery system, so that we can deal with things like cell phones and mostly emergency stuff. We don't do a lot of usage of electricity. We try to really conserve that, like PowerPoint presentations and things like that. Don't really work here so much. This is more of a hands-on, get close together, get intimate with it.
Okay.
And so it doesn't require energy. We also have a biodigester system where the bathroom is located. A very interesting area. It was very difficult to even try to consider having people go up there originally. It was up on the hill, and it was inclined about 70 degrees. So we stabilized it, and now we have a system to circulate the human waste.
And maybe pretty soon is coming the diamond energy.
The time crystal.
The time crystal, yeah, the time is
The
so.
time crystal.
Is the next energy is gonna come here.
No, it's already here, quite honestly. But we don't want to try to take away from the other things that we can do. Not everyone is going to be able to integrate into the technology that we have available conceptually. We still have to make inventions. We still have to find out those applications.
Yeah.
We still have to work through the scientific process. We're not trying to eliminate that. We're trying to integrate.
Integrate. Don't want to kill the other one.
It's
Just
not
integrate.
about killing. We believe that you are perfectly healthy. So if you have a disease like cancer, we do not propose go in and kill that cancer. What we do propose is that you go in and on a cellular level, you remind that cell that you are perfect, that you were designed perfect. There's no reason to have some toxic or some rejection or some inflammation or some aggravation. There's no reason for it. We are perfect. If you cannot believe that, you will never be perfectly healthy.
No.
Some people, when they hear the word perfect, they like, oh, that person thinks that he knows too much or she knows too much. She's perfect. She's like, oh, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about perfect, just like zero. What is zero? Zero is
zero.
Is exactly.
It's nothing.
What is nothing?
It's nothing. It's
Just
nothing.
saying nothing is something.
No.
So no, we have never been to zero. We don't know what perfect is.
No.
We talk about places like heaven, and we have imaginations of
Just
what it would
imagine.
be like to be
Anyone
perfect.
know?
But like I said, to be perfectly healthy really means not to have any resistance. Any resistance. Like even how we're holding ourselves, and the pressure. Just by listening, trying to listen is a motor activity.
Yeah.
It requires interaction, energy, and so if we can come and be light and joyful and playful, that's what we try to teach here. And
Do
that's
you
what
want to
Biodome
show your, how to say, art?
Your plantation.
Your plantation? Oh, the camp. That is camp as well? Where is the camp here?
Over there.
Over there? Yeah, how about the down the hill there? Because it has some tent there.
Over there as well.
He's a bio 2 organics.
How about you?
Yeah, he's an interesting person because he has an expedition web TV. And he does recordings. So Bio2 Leandro is his name. He's a corporate sponsor. He's a really genuine heart.
Right,
They produce organic foods and outdoor nutrition. And what we're trying to do is eliminate all the pots and pans, and we're trying to offer nutrition. And so Bio2 is coming up with new products that we're going to be working together. Only you can get them here on the island, like lemonade, using our water, iced tea, using
Nice.
our water, beverage, caipirinha,
Everything.
pinga. This over here is this where we develop the mudas and seeds. We try to do permaculture here. We mix. We work with the species that really can grow here on the island. We have issues with ants and insects. They eat most
Insects as well.
yeah, and flying insects and crawling insects.
And chicken.
And we have chickens here, so we have fresh eggs. We don't eat the chickens. We just
Oh,
let them
it's over
produce
there, the
theirs.
camp.
Yeah, this is the camping area right across the way.
And how did you get there? Have to cross the bridge or no?
We can come down here. There's another small bridge.
Oh.
You want to walk over?
Yeah, just let's go a little bit over there. Don't need to go over there, but just close.
Yeah, this is a really important area up in front here.
So there has water for people there?
Over at the camping
Yeah.
area? No.
No.
The water is at the house.
Just the house.
Yeah, we have the tank behind us here. It's about 50.
But that doesn't have a one shower, nothing like
Yes,
that?
it has shower.
No, but over there, no.
No. Everything is located at the center.
Huh.
This is where the water streams down. We have pools. We need to do some renovation and some cleaning and opening up these pools because these are mineral bath pools.
But it doesn't have a waterfall here?
No waterfall.
No waterfall.
When it rains, we have water that falls and cascades. One of the part of the system that we're working on in the future is to create a waterfall.
Oh, cool.
To have more aerated and more of that shh in the energy. Right now, you don't feel the energy here, but it's enormous. There's a lot of energy here. It's a great place. See up where this area is in here. This is supposed to be the theater, the performing arts center, and have the stage integrated with the mango tree here and have the audience viewing to this direction and doing things like poetry and storytelling, telling myths, the myth of High Brazil. Come to Ilha das Couves to enact it and have actors and characters and bring it all to life.
Yeah.
That's what this, for me, this is really sacred space. To have ayahuasca or umbanda in this area here is really amazing.
It's the best spot here.
And energy at nighttime with a small fire on the water.
Oh,
The reflection of the fire on the water is like
amazing.
this trail goes up into an area of bamboo.
Oh,
We have about 50,000 square meters
wow.
of bamboo. And we're trying to make a village, a bamboo village.
Really?
For
It's gonna
Kaisara Cultural Heritage Center is what it's called.
Nice.
In working with manufacturing different products, about 200 products that we can make locally, very lightweight and durable, using the bamboo, and sell them for tourists, for tourism.
And you, if you want to go up the hill, you have any way to go there, up the hill?
We have one trail that
One trail.
has been open only very recently. In history, nobody ever went to the top.
Really?
We have the intention, part of the project is to open an observatory, but to
Mm.
use the drones to get people to go to the top. To use the drone as like a chairlift.
But until the
Right
drone
up to
don't
the top.
come, you're gonna make a trip.
Well, right now we are trying to make Biodome come to life. If I can't, after 25 years and after all of the time and effort and the investment, if I can't make that happen, going to the top of the hill is irrelevant.
Oh,
You
okay.
know, we have to leave. If I'm not successful with Biodome, the possibility is that these islands are going to be taken by the government, and they're going to be restricted. You're not going to have the access to come to these islands in the future. Or they're not going to do anything like in Ubatuba, in Ilha das Couves in Ubatuba. They have about 1,000 different people that go there a day. They call it pork tourism. And destroys the environment.
Leave all the trash
Because they're
there.
not monitoring the island. Nobody owns these islands is the worst thing. We protected this island since 1961. So 60 some odd years we've been here privately, not with taxpayer money. And we've been able to maintain this place so that people can come here and enjoy themselves and reconnect and get re-energized and build the community and work with the culture and work with the Kaisara.
Yeah, that's why, because here is very beautiful. It's so clean because someone take care about here. And here you have a good view. You can see all the other islands.
This island, Ilha das Couves, is in the center of this zone. It's called Apa Marina, Litoral Norte. Sector Yapatiba is what it's officially called. And this island, Ilha das Couves, is almost in the direct center of this zone. And the zone has 7 other islands that are all connected. So the idea is to have this project, Biodome, first here on the island in Ilha das Couves, San Sebastian, and then the second dome to go to Ilha das Couves in Ubatuba, and to connect those two as scientific stations. It will monitor the whole coast of São Paulo, and we can gather real-time scientific evidence and information and do experiments and have workshops and what have you. Yeah,
Really nice.
beautiful view.
Thank you very much
Thank you very
for
much.
participating here, and congratulations for your job.
Thanks, and let's all work together. The age of Aquarius, 2,000 years, and wow, we got so much that we're going to do together. It's going to be amazing.
Together we can go further.
That exactly. Synergy.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.